So 2025 is here and it's upon us. And I was trying to think and reflect in regards to some of the things that really were game changers in 2024. And honestly, I met this random guy at a radio station that I film and edit a podcast for. And somehow we got to talking, and he mentioned when it comes to business, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. And when I first heard it, I was like, damn, never heard that before. And then here we are. It's January 6th, 2025, and I'm reflecting on last year and some things that changed. And dude, that guy was right. Single-handedly, if there was anything that I did different in 2024, of course, the quality of work got a little bit better. We got a couple of new items in regards to tech, lighting, things of that nature, but just the face-to-face interactions and, as he mentioned, hands being shook. I think I've maybe mentioned this before or maybe not on this channel, but in 2024, I really linked up with a past buddy of mine from a fraternity, and he's in the healthcare space, but he's highly, highly involved in the local kind of Jack's Chamber. So business, small businesses, he's highly influential in that space and happens to know a lot of people in that space. So this year, there were plenty of times that I showed up at random events, no money on the line, just to do a solid for him and some others that happen to work for the chamber, recording them doing little speeches and things of that nature. And little by little, I just kept meeting more people. And on top of that, filming and editing a few podcasts this year locally in the Jacksonville area. You've got to figure every week. So once a week we're filming, 52 times a year, we're having a different guest. Now, of course, sometimes we have repeats, but every single time someone walks in that room, it's a new connection and it's a potential new client. Now, that's not how I always look at it and approach it, but I will just say, like, reflecting on 2024, that's really how things have kind of played out. And recently I was on a gig. We traveled up to Nashville, Che and I had mentioned to him that one thing I wanted him to promise me that he would do in 2025 was make sure to put yourself out there in person more than you ever have. Because I think with social media and things of that nature, we sometimes end up actually hiding behind the social media platform rather than getting out there and meeting people face to face. Now, that's just where I've found success this particular year is face to face, handshaking, being out at gigs, working, and on the job, someone seeing me hold the camera or setting up something or doing some editing, and them then happen to say, well, do you do this? If so, can I, X, Y, and Z? And then usually I end up saying, well, just follow me on Instagram. So I'm not saying neglect social media, but I'm saying if there is anything that you can do to help your business or help your particular situation, hands down, it's going to be meeting with people face to face. And a lot of times it might involve free work, but God, if I could just give a testimonial how many times free work led to something that ended up being thousands and thousands of dollars, or ongoing relationships even to this day, and clients that are still on the books because of one time doing something free, maybe even sometimes more than once. But yeah, that would be one of the most important things I think any of us can do out there this year. Even if you live in a small town, film your local high school, go to the local church, go to the local sub shop, film the local construction guy, film the local lawn service. And while sometimes that might be something you don't feel proud about doing, what you're neglecting is that relationship and the word of mouth that individual is going to spread on your behalf. Particularly if you really knock their socks off, you just kind of go the extra mile. In a weird way, they're going to go the extra mile for you on the other end when they talk about you and the services that you provide. And if I'm being brutally honest, you don't have to have the best gear. You don't have to have the best final products. It is more about these people trusting you, having kind of like, in a weird way, faith that whatever they kind of put on your table, you're going to be able to deliver upon. And if you're able to do that, shake those hands, I'm telling you, give yourself 2 to 3 years and it'll be amazing. from where you might be right now. I'll be honest with you, a few years ago, very discouraged on where I was at and how things were going. But then when I kind of recap now, 4 years later, 2 years ago, just the evolution and the snowball effect of everything that started to come into effect, it's pretty powerful, man. So get out there, 2025, show your face, show the smiles, shake those hands, because the more money, I butchered it, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. And when that guy said that to me, I don't know, it just stuck in my head. So a little bit of a piece of advice. Maybe you guys don't give a shh, or maybe you kind of thinking to yourself, that is one thing I haven't been doing in the past. Talking to people face to face, shaking those hands. I've been shaking and talking to them virtually, but not in person. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it could be you, but it's some words of encouragement, and it doesn't cost a penny. And my freaking something just cut out. My light died. There's your sign.